Hello out there, it's Chris. It's the Mad Respect. Coming back to you with another channel video. This one is another weekly unboxing. I got my week's worth of books from the Discount Comic Book Service. It was a pretty big week. And then I got my shipment in from Blackbox Comics. I special ordered some of their books from their website. So let's start with Blackbox. Gemini. Can't beat the Gemini. Proper way to ship the comics. Oh, this is cool. First time I've ever received in a shipment. I don't know if this is by on purpose or by accident, but we got the Black Box Comics. What do you call this guy? Black Box Comics ballpoint. Big pen. Very cool. I like that. My wife will like it. She likes to do her my wife likes to do her accounting of her credit card bills uh, several times a month, and she likes to a little notebook and uses can't never find the ballpoint, so it's nice. Thank you, Blackbox, for the Blackbox ballpoint pen. Alright, these in an order I would like to look at them in. Down. And with that, and go to the recycling with my comic book pre-order cardboard pretty soon. Alright, first one up we have this is Devil's Dominion. This is issue number 5, which I believe is the final issue of Devil's Dominion. I was collecting this from issue 1 when I first saw it on Comics with Bueller when I guess he's really pushing the he's actually he actually works for Black Box Comics now, and I'll show you inside of the next book uh, his credit. But Comics with Bueller has really been high on Black Box Comics for I don't know ever since I started watching YouTube videos back in 2020. And then this one sounded cool, Devil's Dominion. This is issue 5. I collected issues 1 through 4, and I ordered them from Discount Comic Book Service, but number 5 never, to my knowledge, received a solicitation, but I had seen it there on the Black Box website for most of this year, probably part of last year too, and I've never had, what would you call it, had the opportunity to place an order. I want to place an order for 1 book, but then now a second Black Box title that I'm interested in has come out. So I was able to add the first couple issues of that series to it. So now I finally have completed my full run of the Devil's Dominion, and I'm going to dig out 1 through 4 and read the entire story in one sitting. Here's the next Black Box Comics uh, mail order book I got. It's called Ninja Kaiden. This is by Eric Palicki with art by Meyer. Eric Palicki, I've really enjoyed his work. For Scout, he did Atlantis wasn't built for tourists with Wendell. They also reteamed at Ahoy for the Black and White Detective series. I can't remember the title right now. I'll put it down in the description so you guys don't have to be in suspense. It's called Blacksmith. Not blacksmith like the occupation, but blacks like black apostrophe s myth myth blacksmith. Was that 4 issue series at damn no Toast Morning. What was that company called? It was called. I just said it. Okay, I'm just rewinding the video. I just said it. It is. They do the one title. They do the wrong Earth, Billionaire's Island. Uh, I said it like a minute and a half ago because I remembered it. But it's Ninja Gaiden with Eric Palicki. On the back it says, "You are not ready." I'm not sure what that means, but on the inside we have down there. Congratulations, my friend. You can read that. So, produced in accordance with Comics with Bueller. What he says is production provided by Comics with Bueller. So he's part of the official Blackbox Comics team now. He's talked them up so much on his on YouTube channel that he has joined the company. And congratulations to you, Comics with Bueller. So that's Ninja Cat #1. And to go along with that, I ordered issue #2. And I have issue #3 on pre-order with Things from Another World, which was supposed to come this coming week, but has been pushed to October, so now I'm going to make another Things from Another World October order. Find some other books that come out in October to add to that order, because I hate ordering one book on an order, but if it ends up being one book, it'll be one book. So that was my Blackbox Comics mail order. Let's break into the behemoth week. These books came out on September 21st, and I got them last night. I was tired from my work week, so I fell asleep before making the video. So, the way comics give us extra books in, never, rarely any damages. This is swole. This is swole. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of some, what would you call that? Computer packing boxes. Cardboard today. Look at that. That was 1 week. There are maybe a couple books that were filled from previous weeks that were skipped, and there is one book in here that I'm pretty happy to see. And then next week, I'm extra happy to see that they finally filled another missing issue of the miniseries. And I now I'll probably be able to read it without using eBay or any other such avenues to complete the run. So we'll see here in a minute. Nice week. A minute to get into some of these. The co-star is jumping around down here. The grandson of the traveler, he's around here, but he hasn't jumped up to join the video yet. There is my child's wake up alarm. I may be getting up here shortly. We shall see. That one for last. Alright, here's what the stack looks like out of wrap. And then we got this week's invoice. Flips on over to the other side. It is a total of 31 items for 1 week. #1, we got Rogues Gallery. This is issue #3 of a 4-issue series. I saw the solicitation for the trade paperback for Rogues Gallery, and it says collects Rogues Gallery 1 through 4. Kind of a bummer. I was hoping it was ongoing, but I guess this is just a 4-issue series. This is by Hannah Rose May, with an assist by Declan Shelby that is unsolicited on the cover after issue 1, was art by Justin Mason, colors by Triana Farrell, and this cover is Casper Wingard homaging himself for his covers for the great Homesick Pilot series. So, very cool. Now it was just an A cover. Usually they have homages and stuff on B covers, but that's just the A cover. Berserker, #10. This is the Kevin Eastman foiled cover. I read issue 1 through 4 of Berserker when the library got the trade. I have collected every issue of the main series, including like 7 copies of issue 1 because I got them for like $10. There was a special on the site that I bought them on. 7 covers for $10. How many people were trying to get that 1 in 1,000 Keanu Reeves signed copy, I guess. Here's Public Domain, issue number 4, written and drawn by Chip Zdarsky. Interesting title. I like it. I'm enjoying the read. Next up, we got Star Wars Hyperspace Stories number 2 from Dark Horse Comics, and another word bubbles cover. TIE fighters, what are they doing here? We must have stumbled upon a secret Imperial base. Alright. It looks like they're going for one of the 2 covers having a word bubbles on them. And then we come up on Grimm number 4. This is, I believe, the second printing of Grimm number 4. And we have Gunslinger Spawn. This is issue number 12. This is an awesome cover by Brett Booth. And yes, it does happen in this issue, I'm told. Star Wars Hyperspace Stories number 2. Cover, I would assume this is cover B. This is cover B. So I guess cover A's are going to have the word bubbles, and cover A is going to be more RT shot. Alright, coming up on Crashing, issue number 1 of this 4-issue series. This is the third of the original creator-owned original series initiative at IDW. This one is by Matthew Klein, with art by Morgan Bream, and this is also colored by Trina Farrell. I'm looking forward to seeing this one. This is like Nurse Jackie meets the boys, I guess you could say, somewhere along those lines. Addicted medical worker dealing with superheroes. So both topics that interest me. The Department of Truth. This is a fill from a book that came out in August. Number 20. I read a lot about this when it came out that week, back in August. And I believe when I check my pre-order on my phone after I make this video that issue 21 I will get as it comes out next week, the last week of September. We shall see. 21 was in my pre-order as of when I went to bed, but they haven't shipped yet, so I don't believe anything's coming in an order till it ships. Judgment Day, issue number 4, 4 of 6. Acts, Eternals, X-Men, Avengers, Eternals, Avengers, X-Men, Eternals, Judgment Day, Acts, Judgment Day, number 4. Cover A by Mark Brooks. This was supposed to come out 2 weeks ago. It was added to my order for this week. Thank you. DCeased, War of the Undead Gods, issue number 2. This is the Tail New acetate cover. I'm going to get the acetate cover for all 7 issues. Since I cannot get the Francesco Mattina zombie covers because after issue 1's body bagged edition, the rest of the issues will all be 1 in 25s, and I haven't been able to find them on Thieves from Another World for pre-order or anything, so I'm not going to get them on the aftermarket. Then we got a drink. Next up, 20th Century Men, issue number 2 from Image Comics. Wow, look at that puppy. That's a nice big book. And it comes at no additional charge to the consumer. Yep, cover A by Stephen Morion, $3.99. It looks at least 48 pages. I'm looking forward to getting back into that world. Another thick looking book here. We have Vanish number 1. This is from Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman. See how they treat their fan. $3.99. Alright, nice thick paper, thick quality book for $3.99. Take that, Marvel. And up, World's Finest number 7. This is by Mark Waid, and the cover shows that Travis Moore He's illustrating it, but I've been told elsewhere that the art is indeed by Dan Mora. So they just say this is definitely Dan Mora. All right, let me go ahead. Yeah, they did a goofy error on the cover. So it says it's by Wade. So I'm gonna go with more. This artist, top of the line, uh, par excellence by Dan Mora, the great Dan Mora. My artistic find of 2021, I suppose, because I wasn't reading his I don't remember. I wasn't reading Once in Future. Uh, Sadly, I wasn't reading Once in Future, but I was reading. I did start reading. What's her name? Mariko Tamaki's run on Detective Comics in Future State, based on his art, which blew me away and continues to blow me away. And then I have since read Once in Future, and damn, if I had been around for issue 1, I would definitely would be reading it, collecting it. It's a great series. Great series. Nightwing, issue number 96. 96? Yep, 96. Sideways cover, Brady Bunch homage. This is excellent art month from our friend Bruno Redondo. Written as always by Tom Taylor since issue 78. So they're coming up on 100. And I hear Batman is going to be renumbered in January uh, with the new thing after Dark Crisis and Infinite Earth is called The Dawn of the DCU. And unfortunately, they're going to renumber a lot of titles. We're probably going to get a new Justice League title. We're going to get a new creative team on Harley Quinn, which is the same creative team from Catwoman, I guess. Teeny Howard's coming over from Catwoman to take over Harley Quinn, which means A, I don't care, and B, I still will not be reading Harley Quinn because I checked out the trade of Volume 1 and I could not get past the terrible Riley Rossmo art. I mean, I used to like Riley Rossmo when he was doing death metal tie-ins and stuff because his art fit that kind of horror, or kind of a what do you call it? Kind of a thing. But he's not a superhero artist. He's just all of his characters look the same and kind of like kids. So I don't know. Riley Rossmo, do better. All right, Creepshow #1 from Image Comics. Chris Burnham and Paul Dini writing it. Chris Burnham on this A cover. Excellente. This is the Immortal X-Men #6, the Mark Brooks cover. This was also delayed from a previous week. This might have been the first week of September, and they added it to my box. So they're re-adding slowly stuff that they miss. So far, only one comic in September. They have not shoved back in my box. So that is Moon Knight so far. So DC versus Vampires and the All Out War #3. This is cover B by Lyric Lee. Lovely lady cover. Very cool. Nice Lee. Bloodshot Unleashed. This is my first Valiant comic I've possibly ever bought. Not just since I started collecting again in 2020, but I don't think I ever really bought a Valiant comic back in the day or back on any of their various relaunches. Although I hear all the stuff under the Bad Idea guy when he took over Valiant. I saw all the stuff he did with Warren Ellis and Jeff Lemire. All that is definitely worth reading, and also Robert Venditti. They have some of his X-Men Manowar run at the library. I should probably check it out before they sell it all at the library sale and I never get to read it. But this is by Dennis Camp of Agent of World and 20th Century Men. It's Dennis Camp, same guy writing this, and art by John Davis Hunt. He does this excellent cover with the head getting blown off. I like that. Star Wars The Mandalorian, issue number 3. This is the concept art variant. Chapter 3, The Sin. I haven't finished. I've watched the first like episode and a half of Mandalorian, so maybe I will actually read that series because they say you should only read it if you haven't seen the series. I haven't seen the whole series yet, so maybe I get some comic book enjoyment out of it still. Action Comics number 1. So this one I found in my old. No, I didn't find it in my old long box. This is the facsimile edition that came out this week. Uh, number 1, June 1938. But my has inflation picked up $6.99, up from 10 cents back in 1938. 69 million% increase since 1938. Judgment Day, Axe Judgment Day, number 5. So since my number 4 was delayed, I get my number 4 and 5 on the same day. But since I obviously haven't read either of them, I can still read this series. The most hated series on Comics Elite, I believe. They hate that, and they hate Dark Crisis, but I think they at least appreciate the art in Dark Crisis, whereas they hate everything about Axe. So have that, Comics Elite. I know you hate it, but I've been enjoying both for my own reasons. The Flash, number 786, Dark Crisis tie-in. It didn't show that in the original solicitation. This is my final issue of Flash in a single issue because I've just been collecting the Dark Crisis tie-ins, and the issue following this involves Wally in an extraterrestrial boxing match. So if I see that at the comic book store with a Dark Crisis tie on the top, I'll be very grumpy because that doesn't seem like it ties in the Dark Crisis to me. Next, this is Frank Miller's presents number 1 in the second printing. And I actually did end up getting the first printing a few weeks late from Discount Comic Service. And that one jumped up to like $40 at my LCS for some reason, but I'm not going to sell either of them. I'm going to keep them both. I think it's kind of cool. And I am going to collect the Ronin book too as it comes out. I like this preview. I have no idea if this has anything to do with Ancient Enemies, but the art inside for Ancient Enemies wasn't as cool as this Frank Miller illustration. But anyway, so no, I won't be collecting Ancient Enemies by Dan DiDio. Beware of the Eye of Odin, issue number 4, final issue by Doug Wagner, and Tim Odlin. This is ending. This is wrapping up just in time for Plush by Tim Wagner. Sorry, I know you're not German. I'm sure you're not German, but Tim Wagner and his plastic and vinyl co-creator, who I can't remember his name because I have a memory of a fly. They're coming out with Plush this fall, their third material-based horror miniseries. Definitely look from that because all the issues have Tony Fleece variants, so it's kind of cool for plushy murderers. They're what do you call those things? Furries. They're furries who are psychotics. Right, that's me up. All right, Creepshow number 1 with the variant cover. Image does not show you who do variant on there. The covers on the back. Some publishers give you that info on the back, and usually Image is one of them. So, whew, look at how many people did a cover for Creepshow number 1. Lord Almighty, that's crazy. I think this is Declan Shelby, who's listed second on that list of about 15 to 20 cover creators. All right, Declan Shelby, we'll give it to him. Radiant Black, comic book find of 2021, number 18. This is the one that stuck for me. I'm collecting all of the Massive Verse titles. I'm going to be, invested reader-wise with this universe. Been enjoying it. Had a kind of a lullish part there from time to time, but overall it's been pretty fun. Grim, my second copy of the issue 4 second printing. Simply one. Two-Face or Batman. See, I know he's a Batman villain, okay, but every time there's any sort of Batman-related crossover or one-shot, I mean, I'm sure Batman's in this comic, okay, but there have been times when Batman isn't in the comic. Say the Joker graphic novel. Okay, he's in the Joker graphic novel for like one page. Okay, but say something like that, the Joker graphic novel, or and any other time there's like a villain-centric mini series or one shot. It always says Batman, so it's Batman, Two-Face, One Bad Day. That's the title. That's a mouthful. Batman, Two-Face, One Bad Day. So, my point is, if it's mainly about Two-Face, just call it Two-Face, One Bad Day. And then you can write from Batman Universe or something, but Batman's not the main character of the comic, but Two-Face is. Give Two-Face the main lead. Second to last, Barbaric, Axe to Grind, issue number 2, B cover by Corin Howell. Yep, Howell and Russell. Russell does the. But I saw Russell. I'm like, how are they doing this thing to me again? But no, this is Howell and Russell on the B cover. Because what's the other series? Mindset. Even though the solicits for all 5 issues show Martin Simmons as the B artist, he did issue 1, and then all the rest of the issues are by some other guy who I can't remember his name right now. Final book for this week. Blink! Here it is. Here it is. I can talk about it. Last and important. Blink. Issue 1. I ordered from Things from That World. They did not fill the order. I had to buy it on eBay. Issue 2. Switched over to a discount comic book service. They didn't fill issue 2. Issue 3 was in last week's pre-order, and I didn't believe it was actually going to ship. And it shipped. I'm like, okay, God, I got number 3. Now I'm going to go ahead and order number 2 from eBay. Only's going on. But no! On this week's pre-order, they have re-added Blink to this coming week's pre-order. So now I will not have to resort to using eBay to complete and finish reading this series, which is by Christopher Sabella with art by the hardest working man in comics, Hayden Sherman. So Blink number 3, can't read it now because I don't have a 2, but next week I will be able to take a number 2 into the bathroom with number 3 and take the other number 2. Alright. That's this week's big stack of comics. I'm going to get to some of them before I head back to work in a couple of days. But once I head back to work, I'm going to jump back into Fairy Tale by Stephen King, which I am about, I guess I say, a quarter of the way through right now and enjoying. It's just I've been just reading it primarily on breaks at work, so I haven't really had a good, 6-hour chunk to sit and read it. I could probably finish it, but I'm not going to devote 6 hours of my free time to finishing a book that I can just pop through on breaks. What else have I done lately? I'm reading another wrestling comic by Boom Studios. That's about it's the biography of Tony Schiavone, who was the voice of WCW back in the late 80s through the mid 90s, the NWO era of when Eric Bischoff came into WCW and created the NWO and wooed over Hulk Hogan with top billing and whatever. So this is all about Tony Schiavone's life, and it's illustrated by a whole bunch of different artists and based on his autobiography. So that has been pretty interesting to read. And then I actually read Tmnt, The Last Ronin. I bought issue 1 of the floppies in the second print, and then I decided to wait for the trade, and now I kind of regret it. I really enjoyed the entire story. Really well done. I should have probably just got at least a copy of all 5 issues to have those in my boxes too, but they're kind of odd sized. But anywho, I guess that's enough for me this week. Really, I thought this was a big week. Oh my goodness, let me get these. When I first saw the preview videos for this week, this is a big week. And then I saw the preview videos for this week coming. Comics coming tomorrow. And I'm like, that's a pretty big week too. But then when I actually saw it on this kind of comic service, this was 31. Next week, 44. Oh my goodness. Jeez. That's a lot of books. There's a lot of a lot of books that I get multiple covers of, extra covers of next week. And I think 2 different titles where I get 3 copies of any cover. 1 copy of every cover. That's the word. Yeah. Well, one series where I get 3 copies of any cover, and the other series where I got 1 copy of each cover. So anyway, that's coming next week. Next week is groovy because if you know what groovy means, you know what that means. Series written by Ash. So it's gonna be good. All right, everybody, take care out there. We'll catch you in the next video, which will be sooner than you think. So take care, everybody.